So, like I was saying, I've been in high school here 15 years on this campus. This campus. Now, 4 of those years, I was a student. I guess I got here when I was 13, back in 1987. It was an exciting year because I graduated from eighth grade. That's when we still graduated, had whole big ceremonies. And was coming to high school, but I'm from Orange County. So that summer before high school, my parents decided to do some amazing thing, or so they thought it was amazing, and moved all the way out here. I'm by the beach. I grew up by the beach, and now I'm not. I'm by a lake that at the time was horrible. I mean, I don't know how great it is now, but Lake Paris, no, not a beach. So I've been blessed to be here to meet so many wonderful people, so many wonderful students, to watch a lot of you grow and mature and have with the gift of social media from MySpace to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat now, watching students and former students and the things that they do. It actually fills my heart. It's exciting. Um, but still watching that way, I noticed I was still watching the bumps. So I asked myself, what can I do? Here's what I feel. I feel there's a lot of negativity in the world. I do. And we could probably find a way to take ourselves out of that, away from it as much as possible. But it it doesn't help us. It doesn't help you for me to be to myself. So I figured out a way to try to help you see the sunshine I see. So I want you guys to think about some things. We think about, what do you want to be when you grow up? Doctor, lawyer, fireman, teacher, whatever you want to be. Professor, CEO, computer analyst, entrepreneur, speaker, whatever you want to be. You can get it, right? So who wants to be a millionaire? Everybody, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I do. Me? Gosh. I want to be a multi-millionaire. Hey, why get just one? So what are we going to do about it? Because I'm 42, guys, and I still don't have my million. What am I do? Because I still want it. Don't you? That's what I'm here to do. So let's say we want to be a millionaire. What way can we be a millionaire? Um, you're gonna have to help me because all I'm thinking about right now are my dreams. Because I want to be an entrepreneur. I am a speaker, but I would like to get paid for this and paid to speak to thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people, to touch something in their lives so that they know how great they are. Because I finally figured out how great I am. And I'm so upset with myself for taking so long to get there. Because what happens? Different things come in. No, I can't really say that someone's called me ugly. Other than my brother. Yeah, that's pretty much my name when it comes to my brother. But even knowing that can affect us. I don't think my brother. I know my brother doesn't believe that. Now that we're older. But when you're younger and someone's saying ugly, come here. Yeah, it bothers me. How dare you say I'm ugly, or am I? Am I? It messes with you, especially You can tell me I'm ugly when I'm around you. If I'm not around you, I'm telling myself. Even when I don't say it, but I worry and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and instead of taking a selfie, I'm just really kind of looking to make sure I'm okay, looking to make sure I'm pretty enough. For what? How am I not already pretty enough? So what that is, that's called negative self-talk. And it's a really bad thing. And it's something that does not have to stay. We could stop it because we have that champion in us, that one that says we could do it. We could get out there. I can be a millionaire. I could be a business owner. I can be a professor. I could be an astronaut. I could be whatever. All of us, you can be whatever. You could be this, you could be that. It's very possible. All you need to do is believe. I know people, you've heard that, it seems so simple, like it can't be so. It's a hard thing to believe, to have faith in something you can't see yet. But I'm going to give you the trick of how you can get it. You need to really, are you listening? Ready? Because this is mind blowing. All you need to do is see it for yourself. And so you ask, how do you see it for yourself? What do you mean, see it for myself? I'm not going to see the $1 million right now. I'm not going to see $1 million. How do I see $1 million if I don't have it right now? I have to get it and then see it. Well, I challenge you to do something called visualization. And what visualization is when you think of something, because it's a thought. You have a thought. It's kind of like a blurry image in your head. I see fish, maybe. I'm thinking about a fish with blue dots and orange things, but I don't really fully see that fish. I can kind of create it the way I'm seeing it. I see kind of the shape. I remember orange dots, but I don't know if that fish that I'm kind of visualizing, thinking about in my head, has the orange dots, but I do see a blue fish and I see a fish with orange dots. I haven't been able to really put them together to truly see a blue fish with orange dots. But if I think real hard about that fish, I can eventually see the blue fish and the orange dot fish coming together to where I can see the fish with blue fish, orange dots. It comes and goes because it's hard. It's something hard to believe. A blue fish with orange dots. I've never seen one. I have to create that. I have to create the whole vision in my head to be able to really put it together because I've never seen that. If I said a black dog, boom, 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 we all have ideals and visions of previous black dogs we've seen. So we see various ones. Is it a little one? Is it a big one? Is it this one? Is it that one? Is it a fluffy one? We get all these images of different black dogs. But to come up with the vision and of a blue fish with orange dots is a little harder to see. Because you have to. That's what you have to do to actually visualize, to bring it together. And that's what I'm going to need you to do when you think about yourself and your future. I'm going to help you to do that. Isn't that exciting? To be able to see yourself. You know you want it. So I want it. But I need you to know it and see it. So how are we going to do that? I want you guys just to take some time, and the cards that I gave you were handed out, little index cards. Everybody have one? Okay, I'm going to hand out some red pens as well. And actually, I'm going to hold off on the red pens. I want to pass out the some pencils. Everybody have a pencil? I do have extra pencils. I prefer it's pencil because you'll see when in the end. But so if everybody has a pencil, no, anybody need a pencil? Okay, if someone can please, here's some pencils. Pass them out. Okay, on this paper, on this little index card, what I want you to write at the top, because what we're about to do now is it's a little exercise that I came across that I think works excellent. It's an exercise to help stop the negative self-talk. So at the top of that paper, that card, I want you to write, I am. And with the I am, I want us to, we're only going to think about three things when, you want to do this. If you can do it on your own, or I'm going to do it a little bit deeper later in a workshop. So, later in the year, we'll get a little bit more deeper into it. But on this paper, we're just going to go with three things. I want you to think of three things that you, not necessarily that somebody else, they may have said it before, but these are three things that bother you personally. Things that, like, I know I was very subconscious about these lips. My lips, oh my goodness. I grew up, once again, like I said, I grew up in Orange County before I came here in high school. No, not too many people with these lips out there. I mean, maybe now because they're buying them, but not too many people with this blessing. And so growing up, that was different. It was different enough just to be one of the very few black people in the school, in all my schools. But you get over it. And it wasn't necessarily that I felt different. It was just always like, oh, well, your hair. How'd your hair do that? Because, I had my hair was out. I had a curl, actually, and for some time. And then just being straight, black hair can just stay. We don't need hairspray. In our locker room, the girls would be spraying hairspray all day. Just fumes of it. Aquanet. Our locker room just smelled like Aquanet. Even once I got here, because there used to be a lot more Caucasians, but we won't get into that. So, let's go ahead and figure out what these lies that we're telling ourselves, because that's definitely what they are. They're lies, because they're not true. I know. Okay, I'm sorry. The way we think about them aren't true. My lips are kind of full, big. They're well endowed, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. Like I said, people are paying for lips like this. So I had to get over that. But it took some time. What are the things that you tell yourself when, of course, no one can hear you? It's you hear it. I want to be an A student, but school's too hard. How about that? That's one. I want to, or just whatever. I'm not pretty enough. Or I want to do this, but I'm not smart enough. Or what lies can you guys come up with? Okay, so if you can, just go ahead and write down 3 lies that you tell yourself. And yes, they are lies. And I'm going to show you why. Okay? Now, the next thing, I want you to look at everything you wrote down here. While you're doing it, I'm going to pass out some red pens. Here's some red pens. Everybody have one? Good. All right. So on those same things you have there, so let's say you have, I am ugly. That's right. I am ugly. Is it true? No. So I want you to take that red pen, because on the index card, I'm sorry, I want you to write 1, skip 3 lines, and then write 2, skip 3 lines, and then write 3, and then you should have 3 lines left. Tell me if you don't. So you have on there, I am ugly. Let's see. Let's just see it like I see it. So I'm going to do it in a little bit different color here. So if I have I think I'm going to use green. So my lie is I am ugly. I am ugly. Is this true? I mean, at times, of course, I probably think it's true, but is it really true? No. And even if you think so, I mean, that's your opinion, you're entitled to it. But for me, no, ma'am, I'm not ugly. So, like I said, you skip those lines. So, my truth would be I am gorgeous, right? Right? I am gorgeous. That's what I see. So at the end, so on your paper, you're going to have this, the big I am. I thought I was ugly. I thought so, but am I really? No. So I am actually, let's see if we can turn this to get the whole board. Of course not. There we go. What's this way? Okay. So in actuality, I am gorgeous. So as I'm looking at my paper and I'm talking, I'm looking at, I'm pulling out my index card as much as possible, and I'm looking at it. When this is in pencil, I am ugly. That gets canceled out because you have I am gorgeous. So as I'm looking down at my card, I am gorgeous. Okay, well we can do another one, Marvin. Let's get rid of this. So what's the lie? The lie is I am not smart enough. I am not smart. That can get to a lot of people. So actually, I won't even say that. Let's just break it down and be real with it. I am stupid. Is it so? Is it so? I am stupid? Why would I be stupid? So, I don't think so. So with that being said, we're going to simply take that away. So as we look at our cards and it says I am, we're going to replace it. So if I'm not stupid, this is the lie, guys. I am ugly, I am stupid. That's the lie. It's the lie. Because it's easy. It's easy to believe something that's not true. It's easy to believe the lesser thing. It's easy. We sit there and act like we're strong and we can handle so many things, but when it comes down to it, we start talking to ourselves. And we hear this and we hear this. So we need to replace it. We need to replay the song. We need to replace the song because our lives have this soundtrack. We have to replace it. And where are we replacing it with? I am smart. I mean, I'm putting it like that. I am smart. I am smart because just to be simple. My R is like insanely weird. So I'm gonna look smart to me. I am smart. Right? So what are your things? It could be weights. It could be I'm alone. A lot of us feel alone. A lot of us feel like there's no one around, and who's going to be there for us. And we we start to feel depressed or feel bad. And your generation has this FML mentality. And I just said a letter. I didn't say what it is. I think it's the dumbest saying ever, because nobody says I'm gonna die now, and they just no. Nobody wants to die. So you can't say that about your life and think it's not gonna affect you. I mean, if you're saying this negative stuff and it's all that you hear because this is a soundtrack that's in your own brain. You can have headphones on and you still hear it. It's your soundtrack. It's with you from morning to morning, night to night, the whole time, because you are with you. So what's the best thing to do? What? It's simple. Change the soundtrack. Change the song you play. Get some new lyrics. Get some good lyrics, because these aren't good. And what's it going to do? It takes a nice, happy person to make them feel less than. Less than. And it shows in the things that we do, the choices that we make. Choices in food, the choices in lack of wanting to move, the choice in our friends. Because those people seem to be working real hard. I like them a lot, but I'm not quite as smart as them. We put characteristics on people that they're not even claiming. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with that. But the wrong part is when we internalize it and say, I'm less than her because she's doing this. It's all more negative self-talk. You don't know what she's doing or what she's thinking or everything about her or him or whoever. We all have struggles. We all have to go through something. The thing that I want to best prepare you for is to love yourself. The thing that can best prepare you is to learn to love yourself, to understand, to change the song, to understand I am gorgeous, I am smart, I am healthy, I am active, I am an entrepreneur, I am kind, I am loving, I am beautiful, I am strong, I am patient, I am all those things because I say so. Because I'm going to let you know, your mind is a very, very, very stubborn and strong thing. And what I mean by that is, you can't, it doesn't listen. Like some people say, oh, follow your heart, follow your mind. You would think it's almost the same thing, but really they're not. I mean, of course there's mind, heart, but they're really not, because have you ever been there, your heart is in something, I'm gonna like not eat this chip. I'm gonna not eat those chips because I already had enough chips, and I'm not gonna eat anymore. And so you're doing something else, but that bowl of chips is right there. It's right there. You're like, no, I'm not gonna eat anymore. I already had some. So you're talking and your friend's like, oh, you want some chips? No, I just said I'm not gonna have no more chips. I'm not gonna eat any chips. I'm good. So you're doing your homework. Bowl of chips right there. You're not thinking about it. I already had some. I'm good. As you're doing this, do you find yourself just, and all of a sudden you're eating some chips? Did you think about reaching and eating the chip? Did you think about it? Do you remember thinking it? No. Our minds it does what it wants. It it listens to your inside words. So although you thought you didn't want a chip, or you were gonna control yourself, your mind said, I want that chip. And when you're not paying attention, basically in an unconscious state, well, you're not unconscious as in passed out, but not conscious of, your regular happenings. Because really a lot of stuff that we do on a day-to-day basis, it's motor skills. It's just repetition. It's regular things. You can drive a car, go down a whole street and not really remember it because it's motor memory. So same thing. Your mind has motor memory. Your mind knows to reach for that chip. So while I'm sitting here talking to you, I know I can reach for a chip. It's something different because I can sit there and talk. It's something that is just natural. So yeah, that's uncontrollable. But let me tell you that's a good thing because you can control your mind. You can. You tell it what to think. How? Well, let me tell you. By giving it a new song, by telling it new things, by telling it good things. So eventually, when it feels like I am ugly, you're not going to hear that anymore. All you're going to hear is, or know is, I am gorgeous. It just sounds weird. That's what you look at me and some people call me ugly. Are you serious? Baby, you need glasses. No, but even I probably won't do that necessarily. It depends on the situation. But I'm saying that I normally would be just okay, sorry you feel that way. Because I love me some me. I think I'm cute as can be. And when I had extra sexy, it was just a whole lot more sexy. And still that bothered me because we all, like I said, we all have our struggles. But I tried to get active. I lost more weight. That didn't change who I am. I was still a happy-go-lucky person anyways, but I did have that weight of not being right, or that weight on my mind of being heavier than what I wanted to be. So it bothered me. I did something about it, but it still took some time. Just like this is going to take time. You're going to need to be consistent. Because, see, we got rid of I'm ugly. You don't feel that way. That's a strange concept. But how about this? What else could be blocking me from getting to my dream? I'm not sure. I don't know all the answers to get to what I want. So that makes me stupid, right? At least unintelligent, not smart enough. No. Well, yes, I'm sorry. It doesn't. That the truth is it does not. But since our mind is a liar at times, it can confuse us and convince us that we're not quite as good as that we think we should be. So, reason I'm here as a campus supervisor when I could have been a teacher or a principal or a CEO of a in corporate America. But I was afraid because I didn't have all the answers. Like I told you guys, I was here at this school. I'm not sure on a personal level how the counselors were back then, but I had a counselor who, in my opinion, wasn't good because I'm a child. I was a child, and I want to go to college. And at that time, there was no Avid. I was an average student, mostly B's and like an A or two. Well, PE always had an A, and we had something called show choir. I had an A, but the counselors back then, I went in, I met with them, and said, I want to go to college. He said, you want to go to college? I said, oh, yes, I want to go to college. What do I do? I said, fill this out, and there's an essay. Oh, there's like, back then, I don't know, the college applications had this essay. And although I could write, I'm a wonderful writer. It scared me. I was so scared. Because I didn't know what other people wrote. I didn't know what they wanted. I didn't know what was the right thing for that college to choose me. I just knew I deserved to be there, but I was too afraid to put some words on a paper because I thought everybody else's words were better than mine. I was afraid to write something because what if it wasn't enough? I was afraid to commit to being a better person, a better employee. A better student. I was afraid. So, somebody says that, what do you do? Tell you what I did. What do you think I did? Yes. I turned up. I actually, excuse me here. I actually Um, got into boys. I'm cute. And unfortunately, but fortunately, unfortunately at the time, uh, this young man took a liking to me. Oh, let me say, girl, he was fine. Light skinned, good hair, was curly on top. It was cute, right? And that's not it. Let me tell you some more. He had a Nissan Sentra. I don't know if you guys know because there's not that. They're back out now. They stopped making them for a while. But a Nissan Sentra. It was like the coolest car. Everybody had a Nissan Sentra. You either had a mini truck or a Nissan Sentra, and you were cool. But not only did he have a Nissan Sentra, guys. Ooh, let me tell you. He had a custom paint job, money green paint job on his Nissan Sentra, and not and oh, money green. That color you don't see in the street. That was custom. Hmm. And then chrome. You know what chrome is? The shiny stuff. Okay, on across the bottom, he had across the bottom of the door. Back then, people would chrome out their cars, and it had a chrome strip on both sides. Now, at this time, I think there was Damon Wayans was out. I know I'm going back, but some parents or the adults here knows. But there was a movie out, a guy out in a show, and he was say the movie was Mo Money, Mo Money, MO apostrophe Mo Money. He was so funky fresh, dressed to impress, ready to party, that his car had one. Remember I said Nissan Sentra, check. So he has a vehicle, but not only does he have a vehicle, he has like the cool vehicle, one of the two cool vehicles. Check. Custom paint job, money green, cha-ching. And on the bottom of it, more money, more money. And then even, what a convertible is? Everybody knows a convertible. So the convertible top is like a black soft top. Well, not every car, Sentra didn't have a convertible option, but you can get something called a phantom top. So it looks kind of like a convertible because it's a soft top, but it's like a soft black material, but it's not a convertible. But with this Sentra, money green, chrome plates, chrome side, he even had the door of the gas tank was chromed out. I mean, chromed out, just tight. I mean, that's extra money right there. That's my son's father. So of course I was young, and he looked at me and I looked at him, and he was like, "You want to ride?" And I was like, "Yeah." Bada bing, bada boom. I got a child. I'm 16. What do I do? Yeah, after I flip out, after I lost my mind, a lot of things. You guys have this thing called the World Wide Web, the internet. I did find out later in life that it had been around since the 80s, but it wasn't here. It wasn't in my pocket. It, like you have it in your pocket, you have it in your purse, you have it in your house, you have it in your car. No, we don't have that. We didn't have that. We were still having writing letters. Email, what? And it wasn't even email, it was electronic mail. And then somebody said, we'll just make it E. So what I want you guys to do, because when I think back to that young lady who is pretty lost, dreamer, I did. I had some wonderful big dreams, and I thought they were all just supposed to happen. I went to school, I got decent grades, I thought I'd go to college, find a husband, find someone, get married, have some kids, do whatever college thing I should do. Like I'm gonna be a psychologist, but see, I couldn't understand or think about um, working, and I have a child, and I was gonna have more children. So nobody told me you can do it all, but I'm here to tell you, you can have it all. You can have it all. You just have to take the time to see it. Think about it. Write it down. Write it down. You need to look at it. Just like those cards I handed you, and you're taking this. I want you to no longer see this. You're changing the soundtrack in your head. The soundtrack is done. The soundtrack is going from my life, 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 to my life, my life, my life, my right. Because guess what? What are you down for? Okay, right now today, April 2016, you don't have your millions yet. But once you visualize them, visualize your life. I want you to, and it's not just thinking about the money in the bank, seeing it on the screen, or I'm gonna see you dancing and laying and rolling around in these millions. But just having and building a wealth. I want you to think about the things, the materials, your life. Um, as you're going up, driving in your car, take the time to look around in your car. What kind of car is it? Is it a BMW? Is it a Volvo? Is it one of those hybrids? That new Jetta one, Volkswagen hybrid is really cool. You plug it in. Is it a limo? Is it a Hummer? Is it a Nissan Sentra? I mean, they're back. They have new ones. They're really sporty and they're cheap. But is it a, what is it? What is your dream? Because it doesn't have to be myself. I'm not one that's gonna pop out and have a Mercedes, and that's just not me. It's not me. I might have a Jag, but it would be like my second car. My first car is gonna be something pretty conventional, like a Buick SUV. I think I want a Buick Enclave, or even maybe the Acura SUV, the full size SUV. It may not be as it may not be as flossy as some people might do, but I'm not trying to floss. I just want to be nice. I want to be comfortable. I don't want to have to worry about how much gas I'm gonna need or any of that. And I want that for you. And you, and you, and you, and you, for all of you. I want it. I can see it. I wanted you to see it. And you know what I see? I see in my head so many people up there on TV or in theater, or on paper, on print. And you know what they come when they get interviewed and they come back and say? I just want to thank Miss Mara from Rainier Valley High School, because on one day she came and talked to us and she made me see a person that I couldn't see at the time. But I knew I wanted to meet that person. So I've been working every day of my life since then to get to that person so that I can be him or her. And then I'm gonna be sitting at home chilling, or actually probably not even at home, because my dream of where I'm gonna be mobile. I might be in another country, I might be down the road, I might be across this country. Miss Mars gonna be moving around. And we might cross paths at some place. I might come to your corporation and I could train your employees if you'd like me to, for the right price. Or I might come to be at a conference that you're at for whatever the reason, where I'm doing a training or I'm speaking or I'm doing a keynote speech. And you're like, hey, Miss Mara. And I'm like, hey, Mr. President. Holla. You know what I mean? I see it. I know you guys are worth it. I know that you guys can do this. I want you to know it for yourself. Because as much as I can know it, it's not going to help you until you know it. So as you're taking the time, I want you guys to do this more often. I still do it. There are things that come up right now. I'm very nervous. I'm very nervous to come and talk to you guys, because there's so many things I want to make sure that you have and you know. And I'm terrified that you won't get it. And somebody's going to say, but guess what? This is easier. Do this. It's not. Yeah, it might be easier, but just as quickly as you get it is just as quickly as you lose it. You don't want that. Who wants that? So, excuse me, my daughter asking things, never fails. She's asking if I left the latch off. You guys think you have it bad. Some of you might know one or two of my kids, maybe three. There's a few of you. And I even thought about that. My children. There's some friends, but some people you just don't know. And I want my kids to have more friends. But the right element. My daughter's not at the school right now because the element. And at the time, I didn't think I would build myself strong enough to be able to speak to you guys, to be able to touch you guys, to be able to help or at least serve you in a way that brings out the best in you. Serve you in a way so that no one here says, oh, I hate this school, it's boring. I'm sorry, guys, if this school is boring, then it's only the occupants that's making it boring. I'm never bored. My kids are never bored. Because when my kids say I'm bored, oh, I give you something to do. So are you bored? Why would you be bored? You walk around and you have these computers all day long. This is your life and you're on it, but you act like you don't. I mean, you don't know to look at things. You don't know that you can look up for a job. You can look up some definitions of things. You can look up salary.com. I love looking on salary.com and I just put in different titles, different job titles, see how much it is, how much they make. Is this a pathway I want to go? Try to figure out the path. Like one of my workshops that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be taking time, my own time, to put on some workshops because I really want you guys to take the time, as many students as I can, to take the time and think about yourself. Get to know yourself. Figure out where you are going, not just saying it. I mean, I've ran across students and like I said, I love you guys, but just like with anything else, if something don't make sense, it just don't make sense. So I ran across a student one year and, I'm trying to talk to him. He's always hanging out and not going to class, giving some teachers a hard time. And I'm like, what's going on with you, man? Come on. Why are you trying to make your life harder than it should be? Than it needs to be. It's going to get harder already, so why do it? What are you going to do with your life? He's nonchalantly laying back on the planner, sitting, and he's like, I'm playing the NBA. Now, did you guys hear me say that he's ditching all the time? Just hanging out. So what do you think his chances of being in the NBA are? None? 0? 1%? I give him 1% because things happen. Who knows? This guy could be like an all-star. Kobe just was, a little misguided, misdirected. But he could have the talent of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James. But he didn't have the height. So I'm going to go ahead and still stick with my 1% because I have hope for guys, for people. But what do you think someone needs to do who goes to the NBA? Let's say every NBA person, what do you think they have in common? Every professional basketball player, what do you think they have in common? What? They play basketball? Yeah, I play basketball. Because I asked the student, I said, well, why aren't you on the team here at the school? His answer, oh man, I don't like the coach. They suck. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to be on this team. Okay, that is okay. Because especially nowadays, there's a whole bunch of rec ball, and a lot of people, a lot of recruiters, they do check out rec ball. And with rec ball, you can get recruited, get scholarships, you can get into college and play, and play. So I asked him, you on the rec ball? You play at the team? Play in a travel ball league? What is it? Oh, no, I don't do that. So, you're telling me that you have a plan of being an NBA player, basketball player, and you aren't on your high school basketball team. You don't play rec ball. You're not on a recreational at the rec team, and you're not on a travel ball team? Right now you're in 10th grade. You're 15 years old. College is coming up. Where do you got to explain this to me. How are you thinking this is going to work? It just is. It just is. It just is. Hmm. What do you think? Is it? Once again, I always try to say, it could happen, but not very likely. Because we have to take the time. There's things that we want to do. There's a path to that thing, right? You want to be a basketball player? I think the path should mostly and every time include playing some form of basketball through your younger years, through your high school years, definitely, right? He wasn't doing this. But then he thought he was going to felt like he was still going to be an NBA player. Now, he may not have been 100% serious for himself, but he was still comfortable enough to try to sell that to me, and which I feel a little disturbed by, but we won't get into that. Um, but what I want you to get from this is that he probably could be an NBA player. I can't say that is something that's unreachable. It's possible. But there's a pathway. So when you guys are making your notes or writing to yourself to get rid of some of those hang-ups that you have, I need you to think about it. I need you to think about, if I want to be a doctor, then what do I need to do down here to work my way up to doctor? Right? Make sense? If I want to be a dancer, what are the steps to get to be a dancer? Once again, if you can't find a person to ask, the computer in your hand works. Even if you don't have service, Wi-Fi. While you're roaming around the neighborhood, want to hang out, if you can't get the Wi-Fi here at school, then the Wi-Fi at McDonald's, Starbucks, Walmart. We have options here in America. There's no reason to not. You don't even have to have service. You just have to have a device. So there's no excuse not to succeed, not to be where you want to be. But you have to choose it. I don't want you to fall into a lifestyle. I want you to choose lifestyle. We're all capable. We're all able to do it. We choose. We decide. So I'm here today to tell you I'm deciding. I am a speaker. I am a motivational. So I'm here to motivate you. So that will make me a motivational speaker. I want to inspire you. So that will make me an inspirational speaker. Because I want to inspire you to reach for the stars. Because if you reach for this moon, that's what the saying goes. Reach for the moon, because if you miss, you'll be amongst the stars, right? You don't try to go for, I'm going to try to get to the top of the house. Come on, where the house is to where the moon is. And a lot of y'all are just trying to get to the roof. Stop it. You deserve more. You're worth more. And I want you to know today that you can. You can have it. You can do it. You can do all of it. You deserve it. You just have to know it for yourself. Because as long as you tell yourself, because remember, like I was telling you, the mind's very strong, very crafty. Just like with this I am thing. As long as we say I am stupid, we convince ourselves we're stupid. But because the mind doesn't have the emotion. The brain doesn't have the emotion, the heart does. So when you're telling yourself, I am gorgeous, I am smart, your brain is just learning that. I am a speaker. I'm going to be a transformational speaker because doing this time and taking the time to do all that I'm doing right now, I'm learning and practicing to project my voice, to get your attention, to allow you to know that you are somebody. You are somebody worthy. You are somebody that deserves the best. You are somebody that can get the best. You are somebody that can have it all. You can have everything that your heart desires. You just have to know it. So I hope to see a lot of you at these workshops. I'm going to start them. They're going to be Wednesdays, early release Wednesdays. That's when teachers have their PLCs, which are professional learning communities. I would like to create a professional learning community, a student, professional student learning community. And what that's going to entail is building you up, letting you know, helping you with the tools outside of the classroom to make it work, putting you in a situation to where you have a network of students that know that you want to go and build, and you all want to go and get it. Because sometimes when you're that person, you're that one person, and you're in a group of 4 or 5 people, your friends, somebody in that group may not be strong enough to say, hey, we should go study because it's not cool. And then someone in the group might be, I'm going to go study. And then what do they get? Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes. Oh, you're going to study? I don't want to do that. Whoa, it's work. I'm telling you guys, we have to just change our mindset. Change how we're thinking about those things. Change, just, like I said, turn that frown upside down and it's different from sad to happy. Change those thoughts. Change the thoughts. From ugly to gorgeous, from stupid to no more, from this one thing that was whatever was here to no more, to I am smart. I am. Whew. When I was 13, that's when I started. People would tell me, adults, people older than me would tell me I was pretty, and I didn't believe that. My mom said, oh, your lips are luscious. What is that? They're big, Mom. But you know what? Fake it till you make it. That's what I heard. Somebody said, fake it till you make it. You know you're supposed to be like this. Then that's what you act like. So that's when I began telling myself. Actually, I'm beautiful. So I actually have a cousin, an older cousin, who she still refers to me like, hi, I am beautiful. Because I was pretty much saying that most of myself. Hi, I'm beautiful. Hi, I'm beautiful. Hi, I'm beautiful. You can't tell me anything. What you mean I'm not beautiful? Your eyes broke? You need glasses? I got some glasses for you. Because maybe you can use these. Because I am beautiful. And I want you guys to walk around with that same confidence. But see, here's the catch. How do we treat that person who feels great about themselves, who's just loving themselves? They love themselves. They tell themselves all the time, I'm doing a good job. I'm great. I'm smart. What is that? What? Conceited, narcissistic, full of themselves, or the best one, she thinks she all that. Yes, she does, and she should. Just like you should. But it's okay. We all should. And as long as we are all feeling like we all have it, whatever the it is, then what's there to be jealous of? What's there to cause chaos about? I'm good, I have this big green one. Maybe you have a smaller red one. It doesn't make mine any worse, any better than yours, or yours any better than mine. Are you happy with what you have? I'm happy. And if I'm not, I could choose to change it. And I think, I might. So before I close up here, I want to once again remind you guys, if I'm on the campus, feel free, please talk to me. Say whatever. Let me get to know you. Anything I can do to help or follow or direct you, I'm here. That's what I'm here for. I will gladly help. Now, if you guys need something like some money, like I told you, I have 4 kids and a grandchild. I don't have very much money right now. I will later. But as of right now, I don't have it. Sorry. But I can tell you the little bit of money that I do have available to share is going to be going back into my program, back into the workshops, the different things we're going to be doing. And yes, I will have food, but you're not going to get food until the end. Because we're coming for something. We're coming to build people. We're coming to get you ready for the world. Because the world is ready to eat you up if you're not ready. And then we get sad, and I don't want that to happen to all these beautiful faces, all you beautiful students. All the hope that you should have for your future, I want you to continue to have. And I want you to build up your choice muscle, to build up your resilient muscle, to build up your I can do it muscle, to build up your confidence, because you can. Those are your tools. Those are your tools to make it in the world, because somebody's going to tell you you're not doing a good job. Someone's going to look at you funny and you might be feeling something. Someone's going to cut you off in the freeway and make you almost crash and maybe even almost hurt yourself. And it's going to really upset you. You have to learn how to control yourself, your emotions, and your life so that one thing doesn't affect your future. That one negative thing isn't a continuous negative thing that keeps giving. Because you don't want anything that a negative is getting. You will never get a positive from a negative. A negative and negative. Does a negative and negative equal positive? Only in math. Only in math. So, you'll be hearing some announcements of whenever the program gets started. I want you to know for my program name, the workshop name, because as I said with workshops, people, adults, we end up going to workshops. We call them conferences. It's not a conference because you're not going away anywhere. But I want you to get used to that as high school students, because even in colleges, there's workshops that you can go to learn. I want you to get comfortable knowing I'm going to this workshop, which is a class, to learn something, to take away and take home and use for yourself, to gain oh my goodness, to gain a skill, to, just like with any other muscle, any other thing that you need to make your life better or to make yourself stronger and more protected from the world, is if you build from within out, you strengthen from within out, from here out, the out gets blocked away. It's kind of like a force field. And I want to help you build up your self-love force field. So, and how we're going to get our self-love force field, I like that. Self-love force field. How we build a self-love force field? Huh? Well, let me tell you. By doing the things that we just did earlier. By changing our song, changing our soundtrack that we play ourselves. By filling it with happy thoughts instead of thoughts. Telling ourselves good things, telling ourselves how smart we are, how great we're going to do, how our future is going to be so bright, how I am thin, fake it till you make it. The whole mindset. Don't tell yourself. When I had extra weight on me, more than this. I still have some, but I'm cool. I wouldn't say I'm fat. I just said I had some extra sexy. A little too much sexy. My sexy was overflowing. But I knew I didn't want to keep my sexy overflowing. I didn't get comfortable enough to say it because it's about healthy. It's about having a healthy mind, body, and spirit. And that's what I want for you. That's what I want for everybody. And I want to serve you. I want to serve you in a way that you become a better you. Because when you do that, you touch people. And that's how it spreads. So I want to thank you for coming. Thank you for your time. I guess you had to come to the class. But I want to thank you for your time, for all your wonderful questions and comments and your help with getting me through this. I hope I do get to see you at my workshops that I'll have in the future. I'll make sure I tell your teacher exactly, and just in case, so the teachers will know, so you can sign up. And there will be announcements, and if not, I always indefinitely wish you the best, always, because I know you can do it, and I know you're destined for greatness. So I want you guys to get on out there and get it. And once, don't forget, because when you get up there and you're accepting that award, feel free to say, I want to thank Miss Mara at Marina Valley High School for the encouraging words and telling me that I can. And I want her to know she was right. Holla. You guys have a great time. Thank you.